Thank you, Francis. Thanks for putting this together. And some of you may or may not know, I thought I was just going to be with Francis, and it's all good because I know that everybody's excited and this is a great time to share it. And I know you're all leaders. So thanks for putting this together. In short notice, everybody came together, which is fantastic. Now I want to address a couple of questions that come up from Rick that I think that will help everybody along the lines. What Rick had mentioned, and this is a good thing, and it's one of our major changes we've done. And we all need to know that, and I'm going to share with you that once we build something, we build a system, and we build it so it's right and it's tight. It cannot be manipulated, cannot be played with, etc. So Rick asked a question that one of his folks that he put in right away ended up going to a bigger level than he wanted to. Now, the easy fix there is make sure you tell your inviter that, guess what? The inviter controls everything. Tell the inviter, I didn't want to do the $300, but I'm there. So just so he knows, not a worries, disregard the autoresponders and no harm whatsoever. So the moment that I'm going to tell you and it was Lou, I believe it was, Rick, the moment that he sees how powerful this is, he's going to wish he gets into that 300 and the 600, then you go ahead and make the payment to you. So it's not a big deal. No issues, no harm whatsoever. And that's what's so good about our system. You don't have to play around with it. It only kicks in and activates the moment the inviter goes ahead and confirms donations and he makes that donation. So he's not in the grid whatsoever. So there is no issues there whatsoever, Rick. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's cool. So that takes care of that. The other part, there was another question that I asked, and I said, let's hold it off. I was trying to take everything all in. What was the other question? There was something about, can anybody help me? There was something else I was going to address.
I can't remember now. Randy, was that you? Did you have a question?
Support ticket, emails.
No,
Okay, I don't know what it is, but
no, it wasn't me, Francis. I don't recall another one, but
okay, maybe it was all to do. Maybe it was all to do with the. It could have been all to do with the what Rick asked, but I thought it was something to do with support. But let's just talk about support because support is very, very high on my priority list. Okay, so when we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. Number one. Number two, when it comes to support, I want everybody to understand we're doing a community type of a support system that you don't have to leave, okay? Where we had a couple issues, and I just want to make it very clear, folks, that because your inviter has to, before you go into the grids, your inviter has to confirm your payments, okay? Where we're having some issues is that the inviter goes to church or goes on holidays or whatever, but so we're all connected, and some people are more connected than others. But as long as I know right now, and John is, of course, in case you don't know, John Van Dersen, I kept the position just the way it was in the other program. I'm gonna refer to the other program, and I think everybody knows what it is for obviously reasons. In the other program, I was with John. So what I would do is say, John, I know John's connected, but I would say, John, I just upgraded. Please confirm me. I'd send him a quick text. But people that are in the system and are watching their phones or on their computers, there's no issues. You're going to get autoresponders. You're going to be, get all these types of things. And, it's pretty bulletproof. Now, down the road, if you do it in digital currency and set it up in such a way, it'll be automatic. And that's for another day. And that's what I want to do, that if you're in digital currency, whether it's Dash or Bitcoins and a credit card that we're bringing out down the road, and you're using that, automatically it will confirm your payments. because we have a system in place that goes through the blockchain that if you know anything about digital currency, that cannot be changed. Okay, so we have that in place that's coming. And now as far as the support ticket, because I know it's really a key thing to a lot of people, I'm going to show you what we actually have in support. So I'm just going to go into an account. And my tech team says, look, we just got to take a break. Do you need us? And I said, no, I'm just talking to Francis. So I don't have him ready and the team there. So, but I'm still going to show you the basis, and you guys will get kind of a gist of what it's all about. So just give me a moment and let me just set it up. Okay. Francis, is everybody on this call part of Impact 101 yet, or somebody on the fence, or where are we at? Just give me a...
Well, I mean, I believe everyone that I know everyone I invited is on, but I did tell them they can invite their team meaning people that are already involved, but...
I only see one person on there that she's going to be in, and she's one of my best friends. Hello, Candy. So other than that, everybody is already signed up.
Yeah, and then Randy, I know Randy, you have some people on.
Everyone that I invited is involved and already in and receiving donations. So all is good on this end. I don't see anybody I do not recognize.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for checking that out for me. All right, I'm just going to screen share here momentarily. Okay. So this is our dashboard. And what we really wanted to do is create something that's really intuitive and people to follow steps. This will go away if you follow all your different steps, guys, okay? But I want to really focus in on here and telling you what my thoughts are and how powerful we want this to make for all of us. This is going to be our community kind of, let's call it chat. And basically our support team will be putting messages out from the company in here, that you'll get it that way, plus emails, but we're going to really focus in on really utilizing the message board, if you will. We have right now, you go here to the support ticket, basically open, resolved, it's there, ready to go, okay? So, boom, you'll get it, you'll get the history will be there, the dialogue will be there, so the employee will know exactly what's going on from the past, okay? But, I got to tell you, guys, and I'm going to just tell you a true story, because, of course, I had a team in the other company, and so they have my direct line. And this person, I had one meeting after another meeting after another meeting yesterday, sending me, texts, like, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong, why aren't you answering? No, you got no support, you're just like the other guys. And I almost lost it, because this is my bread and butter, and I'm 100% focused. She sends a ticket. She doesn't tell me it's not for her. It's somebody totally different. She doesn't give me emails, and she doesn't give me usernames. So I'm mad at the support team. But when I did some research before I went to bed last night, I found this all out. How can I get mad to the support? They answered her ticket within 12 minutes and says, give me more information. But she didn't go to the support ticket to go see what was sent back to her. And so you can see a chain reaction of problems. So, and what did I do when she's texting me this? I said, I apologize, but I was extremely busy. I made it seem like I took the blame and customer's always right. So what did I do? I said, look, apologize to your new member. Here's a token of, for her patient. But it really wasn't us. So please keep that in mind. I mean, we're only humans, but give us the right information. So, I went back to the tech team and apologized this morning.
So Frank, when we do get a message in there, in that chat, do we get an email saying that you have a new message?
Well, you're not going to get an email, because you're not going to want to be bombarded with emails. Okay.
Right.
All right. I mean, that people don't even look at it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I get thousands of emails. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to grow this crowdfunding situation, I'm sure what we're planning on doing, and actually had a brief meeting before this call, is that, because I know people, I'm just going to go back here for a second. So let me just go back. So what I said to the team this morning, when you go here, it says no new message, okay? And I said, what I'd like them to also do is put a thing here saying history of messages. So like, you know, people, we need to make it dummy proof. If you go to donation history, if there was a history here, you can go into all the different chats that you had with different members regarding, you know, donations, etc. So we're just going to take it to one more level. We're also going to create, we're almost there that we could broadcast. So in other words, support could say, you know, you're breaking the terms and conditions, and it'll be in your message board. We can go directly to one individual, one-on-one. We could broadcast to the whole Impact 101 family. We can go directly to any situation. We could search people. We can do all sorts of things. So once we have the data, and I'm telling you, we're only about a day or two from this being automated. When it's automated, this is going to be your best friend right here, and the support ticket. So you could see I've spent a lot of time making sure the tech team put the infrastructure in place that we could communicate. No one could say now, you know, if somebody puts in a ticket, this is not a live chat. We don't have somebody on the chat thing there, but also we will have somebody responding as quickly as possible. And I will add people in other time zones as needed. But I run a company, and if you run, and I know most of you guys have organizations and run companies, you only spend the money when you have to spend the money for when there's a need, okay? Right now, we haven't had the need that we need the support ticket 24/7. If we have to go there, I've already spoken to people in different parts of the world that are people that I could trust, that I want ethics and I want it done professionally and, you know, and not rude, and people that know the languages, etc. So now, speaking of languages, our plans are that because we are going to be global, our plans are we're going to have in the message chat there, we're also going to have where a member from Russia could talk to somebody from the US and vice versa, and the system would automatically translate the languages back and forth. So you don't have to go anything. That's in the works. It's not on the top of the priority. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste how serious we're taking these things. And we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people getting to other areas and other countries. The other thing that I want to share with you, because I don't believe, because everything's moving so fast, we are a company, for the folks that are just coming on board, we are a company that we have products, and our products, and I want everybody to know that our products are in actual campaigns that you're going to be able to put up. And if you choose to, you don't have to. You can turn them on and off. Our system will allow people that aren't even part of Impact 101 to be able to take donations, but only in digital currency, because we use any other methods, then you're exposed with email address and all that. We really protect the Privacy Act, 100%. Okay, so here, these are mobile landing pages. We've been in business since 2011, so thousands of these around the world. And basically, for your licensing and membership, you will have a mobile landing page to market Impact 101. Also, I don't care what the other business is, you will be able to market it. And if it's a B2B type of business and it's legit, we will not allow people to have their affiliate or network marketing on our platform, but they could still use their secondary mobile landing page to market their business or affiliate program or whatever they like. If you get to know this space and how easy to share, I'm going to be doing videos. And the only reason I'm doing them is it's my passion. I love it. It's something because of my retail background and marketing, and you really start to understand how this works. You get a product. We sell these for $250 on our other platform, USD. So what we're going to do is, I haven't finalized it yet, is probably have another button that you could have on your place of business mobile landing page that will flip to Impact 101 and vice versa. That's coming, and it's there. I actually have a module being built right now professionally so that you'll know your steps, how to build these pages, and extremely easy. So we have a product. One thing you need to understand, not only do we have, a peer-to-peer crowdfunding, but we have it on steroids with products to go along with it. So in saying that, I want to, I'm hoping that a lot of people have seen these videos, and then we could just jump into questions rather than me just rattling on about the product. So Francis, do you have any questions you want to, or anybody on the field out there?
I really don't. That's the first I've heard of the product and the mobile landing page. I do love the one that we get with the Impact 101 information. That one, it's awesome, because that's how we built our other company, was by sending out, the video. But in that case, we just had to send out a link to a video. It didn't have our personal information. It didn't have a link to our site. So that right there is a game changer to me. It just takes the guesswork out and just really makes it simple. So I love that. And the fact that you can advertise another business that you have on another landing page that's included is just, wow, I didn't realize that. That's pretty impressive. I just, I'm impressed with the back office. I think it's very clean and very easy to understand. Everything's just laid out there one button at a time. So I'm impressed. I just want people, I know a couple of these people are seeing this for the very first time. I sent them my mobile landing page, and they haven't actually joined yet. So I know we talked earlier, but they are definitely, they're my biggest leaders. So I'm sure that they are going to take a spot. So if anyone that is on the call that has a question, feel free to open your line. If you're not talking, please keep muted so it's not so loud in the background, but feel free to either raise your hand or put it in the chat or just unmute and ask your questions, and I'm sure people can answer them.
Frank, this is Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Quick clarification. So on that joining at too high of a level. So the recruiter can delete the levels that the person didn't want.
No, he cannot delete it. He could just ignore it. Okay?
What about the second person?
The second person won't get notification until the inviter actually confirms it. And we did that for a reason. So the inviter controls this, controls the whole system, because we don't want people to get out of order.
Okay, so just ignore that particular level. Acknowledge the other.
That's correct.
Great. That's super.
But if I could be very open, you want to get to that level as quickly as possible. I'm just being very blunt, because the way things are moving, and the moment that you see that things are moving, then you just go ahead and make that donation to Rick, and he confirms you, and you're in the grid.
Okay, great. That's super. Thank you so much.
Hey, Frank, this is Randy. Can I make a quick statement?
Sure.
People always say you can manipulate the system. Well, they have stopped that. Frank and Hans have stopped that from occurring here. And I know that for a fact, because one of my members signed a lady up, and she's having a problem. She's iced in Michigan, and she's having problems with her bank account that she couldn't send through PayPal. And so what he tried to do for her was just go in there and mark her paid, that he had received the money from PayPal. Well, guess what? It doesn't go until she sent the money. And so we found out that. And so that's good, because that stops people from charity, teaching charity. And I thought that was very great. I just found that out this morning. We got the problem resolved now, because she did get her PayPal and did pay, but he thought that by marking it, everything would be cool, but it's not. The system, somehow Frank put some kind of security in there that they know when that money is sent. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody. If you ever think you're going to do that, don't try it, because it's not going to work.
And I want to add to that. We've built it so tight that the programmers can change things. It's so watertight, guys. So sometimes we have to say no. It's for the right reasons. It's for integrity, no manipulations. And once we tighten everything so tight, you'll see it'll run right, just like clockwork. And I'm just so pleased to see that we just signed up our 45th country here, which I'm thrilled. And Barbados is in the house. Wow. Okay. And then you guys, 8 days, and we're here. So this is, because people are new here, this is our mobile landing page. You get this as a Impact 101 member, folks. This is, a lot of people have groups of people that they bring into a house, and all of a sudden the cookies, and now they're signing up with the wrong folks and all that good stuff. Well, if you share your mobile landing page, that can't happen, guys. It cannot happen, because guess what happens? You click on it, and there it goes. And here it goes to the register, and boom, it says you're going to sign up with so-and-so. And of course, it doesn't do it here, because this is my demo site. All right. So we have it all there. Usernames, just make sure everybody understands usernames are what's being shown everywhere. So, and your username is what's being exposed. So make sure you tell the folks that you're actually talking to about bringing into the program, make sure they know your name. Okay, that's very, very important, folks. This here basically walks right through. If there's an error somewhere, they're all going to go blue. Okay, and you'll see it. Most of you registered, and it's been no issues. Okay, we're not allowing people to change. As of this morning, we just made a decision not to allow people to change email addresses. You know why? Because they're writing in the wrong email addresses. It's amazing how people do it twice wrong. So we've decided that, you know what, you need to, because our support system's so tight, that we decided that we will, if you want an email change, we have no problem. Just put a ticket in and we'll change it for you. Okay? Because a lot of the problems are, and it was with the other guys too, it's usually human error, folks. Human error that causes all these issues. So we're tightening it up so we could eliminate those things from happening. So back to the mobile landing page, as you basically, everybody gets what's called, I call it a template, and all our videos are right here, okay? The intro video, the donation grid, how it works, meet the president, welcome us. They will change it as needed, and what we're working on right now in the future here, folks, is the campaign. If you choose to put a campaign out, that this will be your custom campaign that shows up here. And then also on your home page, there'll be a button that says campaigns. So your replicate site will always have your campaign as the focal point. Okay, so if we're going to be crowdfunding, let's do a crowdfunding for the campaign and make it right from there. So this is our marketing page. And folks, I want everybody to understand, because you're all leaders, and I've been in the industry before. I know how it works. I know how internet marketers work. I know how they all start making money claims. I know how they are using the company logo. And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that I'm going to shut down. If we want longevity as leaders, please help me and talk to your team and talk to your field and tell them that this is, you all want longevity. Let's do things properly and we will win. We don't make income claims. We talk about donations. We don't talk about making money. We talk about, receiving donations. You hit your goal in your campaigns. That's how we speak, folks. Please help me in that department, and please read the terms and conditions, because it spells it out. I actually have about 5 or 6 guys that I need to talk to, and I have no problem telling them, I'm sorry, you just can't keep that up. Now, there's some things that I've never noticed that they did quite well that it's okay with me. So I'm not saying no to everything, but I got to protect the company, and I got to protect you guys that we're here for a long time. All right. You don't get merchant accounts like we do by making income claims. All right. So we have to be careful of those things, and everybody needs to be aware of that. Everybody wants long-term. Everybody wants to grow fast. We're here to give you something rock solid, a foundation that will not go away. And because of that, we have some rules. We have to follow those rules. No income claims. I actually there's somebody on YouTube right now that's doing a comparison to us and the other guys. Unacceptable, not ethical. That's crazy marketing. I don't mind if you turn around and just take pictures of the grids with no money at all and saying, hey, I created I created, this is what I received in donations, not of the grids of your history in your payment system. That's okay. Don't show anything else. Don't show the company logo. And if you want to use that on Facebook, that's going to trigger people. You don't even have to talk about making money. So please, that's really, really important to us. And I hope you guys understand why. So I'm going to throw it out there to questions.
Hey,
Yeah,
friend.
Go ahead.
Real quick, can you hear me?
Yes, who's this?
Perfect. This is Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Speaking of videos, so on the intro video, and when it comes to YouTube, are you okay with like overlays as long as there's no cutting up of the video or anything like that as far as our team name?
Ryan, is that, what's your last name starts with H?
Yes, Ryan Hauser.
Okay.
I actually was just Googling. I don't use Zoom a whole lot, so I'm like, how do I change my name on Zoom? So,
well, I'm glad I know it's you, because you know what you got to do. You got to take care of some things there. And I don't mind, and I saw some of this stuff is creative, and I don't mind having a chat with you, because I know I know who you are. So we could have a call maybe later on this afternoon. I don't mind what you put around the frame. So as you can see, I've done some of my homework already. And
Yeah.
I don't mind that part. That's okay, because I think that's pretty cool. But you just got to be careful of, I mean, there's people showing money and cars and using our name and doing comparisons to the other guys. No, unethical.
Yeah, that we definitely don't do that, but I do a YouTube membership for my team. And so when you did mention the comparisons, I did think maybe that could be one of my guys. I don't know it, but if you can send me the video, if it is, I'll have them remove it. But
Actually, I think they are your guys. So if you could just do me a favor, because I've already got one call after another, and it just would help if you could just go to the Impact 101 and YouTube, you'll find that they are your guys. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to say his name publicly here, but I'm wondering if it's him.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, but I'll get him to remove it if it's him.
You guys make my life so much easier. And just so you know how I'm going to react with that, I've just been I spoke to somebody personally because it was really getting ugly, and I just stopped it right away. And they've been fantastic, and everybody's been really good. I mean, I don't want to go with a heavy hand. I wanted everybody that's leaders to just try to let that thing go away. But that's where I'm going to really use the message board and the support ticket. I have a team that will, have their eyeballs on things. They know what to watch out for, and they'll send, hey, John, that's not kosher. You better take it down. And we will not take very long to react. Okay, guys, we're taking this extremely serious for all of us. I'm telling you right now, we have something very special with a product, very special with the crowdfunding, and I'm going to make this commitment to you. You have my 100% attention on the ball with this, and longevity, 100%. And I know what a lot of you guys have gone through with other companies, and I'm telling you, I am going to give you the support. I'm going to give you the support tickets. I'm just asking you as leaders to make sure you watch your team and make sure they do things properly. That would help us as well. So thank you. And thank you, Ryan, for being straight up.
No problem.
I'm going to call you today or tomorrow, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Cause I mean, I do all I can just to hold back from venting with the other company, because the lack of support and stuff that needed to be done. So I'm very excited that you've got this going. So good. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Ryan.
I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
This is Robert Hayden. I'm in Rick Ricketts' office, and he brought me in October. And I have to say, Francis has been so nice to me, given time. And I've cycled quite a few times. So, with my background of 27 years as an attorney, my biggest concern was taxes. There's no 1099s, and I guess you have to voluntarily pay on gifting taxes. Is my thought.
Well, so what was the first name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert. How I'm going to address that, that everybody's at every level, everybody's got different situations, and every country's different. So as a company, I'm just going to tell you, as individuals, and in Canada, we have a spot there that if you make income anywhere, so you just have to decide. I mean, in Canada, if it's under $30,000, and I know it's totally different there in the U.S. My daughter lives in the U.S., by the way, in Illinois, and close to Busch Stadium. If anybody lives around that area, I'd love to see you. When I come and see my daughter, I go there quite regular. But so where I'm going with this is that everybody has to do their own homework, talk to their own attorneys, talk to their own tax lawyers and their own accountants. I won't give advice because there's, everything's different. Everybody's different communities. Everybody's income streams totally different. And, to make a broad statement, it's hard. But I tell you, you need to know your own and talk to your attorney, which you are, your financial guys, and whether it's gifting and what levels are you at and what should you do. So it's all over the map. It really is. I can't make a bold statement. I can't just make a statement. If I make a statement, people will run with it.
Well, your answer is there's no 1099. The company's not saying so. It's going to be up. That's what my guess was. We'll have to do it voluntarily.
100%, because there's no way we would be able to put all that stuff in place for every country, every jurisdictions, and all that.
Yeah.
So you're on 100%.
Second question, real quick. I've cycled. I'm an old school, getting out of law school back in 1980, so I keep everything in writing. Are you going to have the back office where the matrices will be? Like I've got several of them, and so I've got to realize who's where and stuff, because on the 50/50 there was no way to.
No, it's on the books, and you brought up a really good point. You're going to have your personal, let me just give you a tour of that and then show you.
Yeah, Frank, I was going to ask if you would just at least just cover the basics, go over what levels we have, how many.
Sure.
And,
Here, give me a second. Okay. All right, let's go here. So first of all, basically these are all the levels, okay, that you can do all of these 6 right away. Once you've done this and they get confirmed by your inviter, then the other 2 open up the 24 and 4800. Okay. So, and you could just click on, and then you hit join the grids, update it, and it's done. To answer the question about your team, there's the personal inviters. And of course, this is a demo site. They would be all listed here. You'll be able, because you guys are leaders, you're going to have hundreds, if not thousands. You're going to be able to click on a letter. You're going to be able to find them. You're going to find them by usernames. You're going to be able to find them. You're also going to have the status, the size of your team, what grid levels they're in. Okay. So we're giving you everything and all the feedback you need to know. And here's an overview, you know, what grids not joined, which one you are in. So we give you the feedback right here. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yeah. Yes. When will we have access to that, the other tab that says the entire team?
Well, it's a priority right now. What we feel is a priority, and we work rather fast. And you know, in case you don't know, we put this all together in 30 days.
Yeah.
Not 30,000 hours, not $8 million. 30 days, folks.
Right.
So please just be a little patient. But this is on the list, and it's pretty high. But you know what? What we've done as a company is we've applied for WeChat, we've applied for Alipay, we've applied for Stripe and Skrill. And Alipay and Stripe are, and in case you don't know, Stripe is another merchant account for Visa and MasterCard. So we don't want to rely just on PayPal, which is a Visa and MasterCard as well. We want to have options, and we're going to go, it's big in Europe, is Skrill. Now, Skrill, we haven't got the final approval with them. We're working with PMT right now for India. And these are all business accounts. The Uphold is a business account. The actual Transferize business account, PayPal, is a business account. And then why I'm telling you this is because I know what the problems were elsewhere, and we are doing it right. They're not personal, they're business accounts, okay? And they've all been, they've been approved other than PMT and Skrill, and we're going forward with a lot of those things, and the merchant things, we've got that handled pretty good. Did I answer your question? I know I got so many thoughts in my mind right now. Sorry.
I just wanted you to go over the levels. Robert, did you have another question?
No, those are the only 2 I had. Thank you.
Okay.
The levels.
I had one just to quick confirm. Do you have like a 30-day grace period to get your 2 before you don't go into another matrix, or do they just roll into the other matrix even if they've only got, say, 1?
We don't have any grace. We don't have any grace period. We haven't. And if something, you know, if we kind of need that down the road, that's something we can consider. There's a couple of things that we're thinking about. So right now there is no grace period. Basically, nobody moves unless the inviter, you know, triggers it with the donation. So
but I mean, there's no requirement to get to in order to cycle, right?
Exactly. You could.
That's the one to confirm. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. And there's one. We call it one free ride or limbo, and I think we should just touch on that. Basically, it's pretty. If you don't have, you know, anybody, because some folks are moving so fast, they tell Betty Sue, and let's say it's Randy, and Randy says, "I'm not waiting for Betty Sue," and fills her grid. Okay, what she needs to do is go get 2. Okay, the first one will go to the upline, and the second one will open her grid. So we have it all in place, and for everybody to react. Okay. So
they're required to get 1 then? Is that what you're saying? Just not 2, or am I missing?
They're required to get 1 to open the grid. Okay, and then they got to get one, right?
Perfect.
Hey, Frank.
That triggers.
Frank, this is John here. This is John. Maybe I can just shed a little light on that. So if your grid was filled and you haven't had a chance yet to personally enroll anyone, what happens is at that point, of course, a new grid does not open for you because you don't have your 2. So the first one you would sponsor at that point in this situation would actually go and fall in your sponsor's grid at that level because you don't have an open grid. It's kind of payback because, you know, for that first time you didn't put anyone in the grid. You haven't lost sponsorship of that person. Once you have a new grid and they complete that one, they're going to come back and follow you. And then the second person that you invited at that grid level, that's going to trigger your brand new grid to open at that level. And that second person you just invited is going to fall beneath you at that point. So, you know, it works very, very similar to the way it worked before with the other program, but it just requires people, you know, to be contributing and bringing people to the table. You know, 2 at one grid level qualifies you for life at that level, as long as they're active and they have it. By active, we mean they have an open grid at that level. So if you sponsored somebody, and as long as they have an open grid at that level, that counts as an active for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey, John or Frank, this is Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Rick.
I just got a major player. He's one of my closest friends. He has poor taste in the football team, but he is a major, major player. And I wish you could kind of go over the levels and go over how it works. Could you do that, Frank?
Sure. John, you want to do that? You want to handle that, John? You want to handle that?
Sure. Hey, no problem. Happy to do so, Frank or Rick. You know, and the beautiful part is with the marketing material, we designed it all so that it all lays it out very, very simply. The 2 videos, I mean, it answers 90% of everybody's questions. When we walk people through the videos, they get it quick, and it really minimizes the explaining everybody needs to do. We basically have 8 different grid levels, $40, $80, $150, $300, $600, $1,200, $2,400, and $4,800. So you can pick which grids you want to be in. Of course, the more grids you're in, the better off you are, because each one is an independent revenue stream. And as people fall into those grids from your own efforts and the team that you're working with and those people's people, it just fills those spots in your grid. You have 6 spots in your grid. So each time someone lands in there, let's say it's a $600 grid, they would make a $300 donation to their inviter and a $300 donation to whoever else they fell beneath. So if that happened to be you as the inviter, you always get half of the donation at every grid level for everybody you personally invite. The other half goes to whoever else's grid they fell into. Each time you get a grid full, you know, through everybody's collective efforts, a new grid opens. As long as you've got 2 personals at that grid level, all your people follow you over and over. So you put a couple people, like some of the people on this call, like Rick, Randy, Francis, some of these other people that get this and grab it and run. You know, you've got a team following you, and their team is following them, and they're lighting it up all over the place. They're just filling grid after grid after grid for you. And of course, every person landing in your grids, you're picking up donations from. So it's tremendous. The more grids you're in, I mean, I was at a doctor's appointment here with my dad, and I'm sorry I was late getting on the call. You know, so while I was listening to Frank, I'm in my vehicle right now. I checked my my email, and, you know, have donations there at 5 different grid levels that happened while I was in a doctor's appointment. It's phenomenal how it works, how quickly it works for people. And the whole key, guys, is use the tools. Let the tools make it so simple for you. I mean, I have people just flying in all over the place because they have very minimal questions. They see it from those tools. And you know what that allows us to do? We're all builders on this call. We're all big builders. We built huge. A lot of times we had to work 22 hours a day to do it. We had to be on call 22 hours a day. Everything's designed here to work you out of that job with all the tools and with the efficient back office and with the company handling all of the company things. Every last bit of this is built to work us out of a job. And I think that's what we're all looking for, isn't it? So I don't know if that covered it completely for your gentleman, Rick, but certainly the videos or a private call, we can do whatever's needed there.
Well, we're going to do a call tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon, Frank. and I'm going to have a lot of people on that call, so I'm really excited about that. I'm probably going to sign up 15 to 20 people in the next hour or so. I've got a lot of people standing by. Any way we could, Frank, could you explain the app and the other thing that Mike missed?
Okay, yeah. I first of all, was that, Rick, is that a call tomorrow, did you say, at 9 o'clock?
No, at 12 o'clock. You set it up, 12 o'clock noon.
Oh, that's with Larry too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. All right. I just
12
want to make
o'clock noon Eastern time.
Okay, I got so many calls and so many Zooms.
So that's the one, Frank, at 9 o'clock your time tomorrow morning. We have that one set up with Rick.
So we do have that set up. I'm getting confused with all the different players. Bill Davies,
yeah.
Does Bill Davies sit in this group as well?
Bill Davey is my sponsor, Frank.
All right, so can I bring Bill on the call?
Sure.
Because he's texting me back. The reason I just stopped, I've been getting texts like crazy here, so I'm just going to bring him on the call. So
hey, and Rick, for that call tomorrow, it would be absolutely crucial and so much more beneficial if you could make sure everybody watches those first 2 videos on the site.
No doubt about it. You're exactly right.
You betcha, buddy.
Yeah, that would be good. So let me just.
The beauty of this business is the fact that that app, Frank, is so powerful, and that page is so powerful, it's scary.
Well, we've been working on that for a lot of years. And actually, Rick, just so you know, I chose to go with the crowdfunding arena. But there was 3 network marketing companies that wanted to talk to me prior to me going to Toronto to see David. And I chose to go with the crowdfunding arena because they're starting to see it, because it helps compliance, it helps everything. We direct the materials that's going out to the field, and nobody has to think. Everything's there for them, and we'll keep those things updated. I'll take feedback from John any day and anybody from the field. So I'm just trying to text Bill the ID number to this call. Did somebody else do it? I'll do it right now. Okay.
Yeah, Frank, you go ahead and show the app. I'll fire it off to him.
Thank you. Just text them the ID. Sorry, I'm just, my mind's over there. So if you can do that, that'll be great. All right, let's just go. And so that everybody understands, you're going to have these links right here. And this is really, it's going to be what's going to drive everybody, folks, with the steps, asking them simple questions. Do you know anybody that could use some funds today for their donation, for their cause, whatever, using the right terminology, of course. So this is what you get. This is a mobile landing page. It fits into a phone. You could text it to them. You could share it. I actually have it right on my phone. I could take 10 phone numbers right now and send it to 10 people with my Android right now. And basically, this will be your personal. It's really important that you understand that when you put a phone number there, it's going to be your phone number, your email address, okay? And all these things are, and the rest of these you cannot control, which is going to be your replicate site. Both of the home's going to be your replicate site. This is going to be your replicate join site. And these are more information about, of course, the Impact 101. The intro videos here, you click on videos, and then there's the intro videos. Boom. So all you have to do, you all have this, is text this to them, okay? Text them, and they'll be able to get this on there. In the future, like I said earlier, your campaigns will be there. You can share it. If anybody has a QR code, this is a dummy site, so it doesn't matter. Scanner, so it's not altered, it's not listed there yet. But normally your QR code would come up, people could scan it and share the links. Okay, so the mobile landing page is going to be the tool to market Impact 101 for you, and it's going to have all the steps there for you so that it's just a turnkey business, if you want to call it that, crowdfunding system that's going to attract a lot of people when they see this. And that's our product, guys. And like I was saying, you get 2 of these. You get 2 of these for a price of $40 a year. Highly recommend that you encourage people to do the yearly thing rather than 25, because we're not going away. We're not going away, and we just keep giving it better. We were selling these mobile landing pages for $250 US. Okay, so, and while we're on that, you're going to see on the bottom of the page here is what you could have as a merchant. We plan on doing a rotator on here, bring merchants and categories. So again, some of you may have came in late. You're going to get a mobile landing page. What's so special about mobile landing pages, it's QR code. You can put a QR code anywhere and people scan it, they get this. You can text it to them. I highly encourage you, strongly encourage you to go through the resources. And the very first thing there is the mobile mobile landing page and how you put it on your phone, whether you're an Android or whether you're an Apple, how you could share it. So we have the tools there. I will be doing a video. I will, because this is my baby, and I just didn't, I'm going to be doing a video on how to share it and how to do it and holding my phone. So just give me, I just don't know when I'm going to fit it in because it's been a crazy schedule. It's going to have to be done late in the evening, but I will be doing some resource videos. I'm going to do a video on how to join there and how to share this mobile landing page, okay? So you're going to be able to have eventually, and you can do it now, I've actually got to go through the module on how to build these pages. You don't have to build. Nobody has to do anything with zero. But everybody wants to do a secondary one. There will be a video plus for the people who want to read it. I have to proofread the actual, we just did a template and how this all works and how the buttons and how simple it is. It's extremely simple. That's just been in the works. Plus we'll do a video on this as well. Any questions on that? Any questions there?
No.
Sounds good.
Nothing.
Yeah, not me. It sounds great. Yeah, I love that idea. I guess a lot of the people here just wanted to hear the differences. And, I know we don't like to keep referring to the other program, but, what makes this one different or better, and some of the issues that were fixed with this one that we experienced before.
Well, I think I could go deep. I think I can go a little deeper because you guys are all leaders here. I was in the other company as well, folks. Okay. And things just were not happening. I tried to make it work. I tried to make it happen. And I'm not going to get into those details. It didn't happen. So I thought, you know what? I know that I have a vehicle that can make this thing work for all of us. And I know what some of the issues were. And to me, they're a piece of cake. 30 days, I pulled it off. And I think that should speak volume without going into all sorts of details. You're getting a product. You're getting a support ticket system. You're getting a marketing thing. And you're also getting a secondary platform for your business. So, I can't say much more. I could really start saying a lot more, but I'm not going to go publicly with something being recorded here. I'm not going to go there. So we have something special.
If you don't mind, for a third party, I'll speak, but without details, because I'm in the same boat with you. And just so many times I was told that things were just one click. They were already done. They just needed to be clicked. And even on his call last night, he even still expressed he's doing it because he's forced hands, but he still doesn't believe it needs to be done. And guys, for those of you that are on here and may not even know what we're talking about, if you just see what Frank's put together here and everything that is here, if you're in that other company, you have problems. The thing that you don't have is somebody that cares to fix them. And here we do. So I'm just pumped and excited to get this thing rocking. And you're going to know who our team is on here because we're going to go all for Impact 101. We really appreciate what you've done, Frank.
Thank you so much, Ryan. And again, we'll be talking this afternoon. Really look forward to talking to you. Again, I'm not into bashing here. I'm into let's take our energy and going forward. I don't think we have to do any kind of comparison. And Ryan, thanks for the kind words. And we just plan to please, and we are 100% committed to Impact 101 and the team. I've been in your shoes, guys. I know what it takes. And in case you need to know about customer service, I was Safeway. A lot of you guys should know who Safeway was. My motto was with my staff, if somebody comes within 3 feet, you better say hi and ask them how you need it. And I also told them if they ask you where a product is, don't tell them it's down 15 aisles. Take it to that product. So what I'm trying to share with you is that customer service is on top of my list. Support is on top of my list. And the other thing was I had another company to do with the study guides, which you guys saw in my profile. I had superintendents and principals that worked for me. Plus I had another set of staff. Everybody knew we got an order. It better be shipped that day or you're fired. I'm not sure you guys understand how powerful that is. And we were able to get into every high school, every retail store within 6 weeks because I know how important customer support is and support tickets. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't even had a chance to showcase some of the stuff that we've been working with John, because I always like to throw things by John, get his opinion because he's awesome in the field. He's my mentor from the past, and I really honor his opinion. He's a very strong person. And I'll tell you right now, what we've got in my tech side is very strong. And with John's things there and other people and leaders out there, I will listen for sure. But sometimes we have to put things in priority. And my number one priority right now is languages. I want you to know. And I think if it's okay, I think I'm going to touch on languages because I know a lot of you guys are connected around the world. And I think you're going to be really pleased what I got to say. We're going to have members being able to talk members to members from different countries automatically and auto-filled. We're going to have, right now, we're working on around the clock to build a template and a form that people will be able to translate every word on our site. So in other words, picture this without going into too many details. If you have a word that says about us, there's going to be a line to the right that you're going to, okay, about us, and then they'll translate it in their language. And it automatically populates into our system whenever we push the button, publish. So I'm not sure if we automate all that. We've done this before. We'll automate the back office. We'll also have in those languages, right now we're working on 8 countries from Chinese, simple Chinese, Russian, Portuguese, Spanish, French. If I miss one or two, Hebrew. These are languages that are already in the works. We've got it they've been translated verbally. We have the video, we have the music. Now we're just synchronizing it. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to launch 7 or 8 languages. I'm hoping by the end of next week on video, our first 2 videos. From there, we're going to actually expand the actual template so people will be able to share and actually translate every word on our site simultaneously. And we're going to put it in there, and all we have to do is push the publish button. It's going to move rather quick. It takes a long time for us to program things, and I think it's what's important to everybody to understand. Everything that we have, it's not third-party related. We don't rely on third-party. I don't build a company that way. 100% is in-house in software. We own the code. We own the code. I'm going to say that one more time. From digital currency, from TrackChain, from tokens to everything, we own the code. Does anybody understand the power of that? I know you do.
Yes.
So Ryan's laughing. He gets it. And anybody that's techie knows how powerful that is. And from the token system to the transactions to how the pub keys work in the back, we own the code, guys. I think you understand what I'm saying. I absolutely love it. I'm totally pumped about it. And we don't take very long to get things turned around. So if there's something that's a priority, and if John in the field thinks it's really big and we need to do it, we'll change it.
Hey, Frank, this is Randy.
Yes, man.
I'm going to ask a favor of you. I already know you told Frances to only share this with her one person, but this has been such a powerful and motivating webinar. I'm going to ask that you allow us all to share it.
I have no problem. We haven't said anything on here that I'm concerned about. John, how about yourself? How do you feel? I want John's opinion.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. I mean, let the world know that there is a place where they can come and where they're looked after and where they're treated properly and where they can do exactly what we're good at doing, each of us on this call, which is building and sharing and helping our people. And we are so proud of what Frank and Hans have put together here. Absolutely. I've never been with a group like this before. It's my permanent home. It'll be your permanent home if you take the action here, because we are in the best hands we have ever been in this industry. So absolutely, you bet. Show people the difference.
Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate that. And guys, I want to tell you, I've had the privilege to talk to Frank twice since Monday. He showed me the courtesy to spend over 30 minutes with me Monday. And not only is he a very, very intelligent business person, but I feel like I've known him for 40 years. I mean, he is a great individual. His heart is big, and I'm not kissing your butt, Frank, but I was so impressed and so thankful for John Van Derzen and Joe to connect with Frank and Hans to set this up. Folks, this is a blessing. It's a breath of fresh air, in my opinion. So thanks for letting us do that, Frank. I really appreciate it, and I'll be quiet.
All right, Randy, thank you so much for the kind words. And I do want to just share one more thing, folks. And John knows that I'm really a stickler about protecting the brand, protecting the logo, protecting the company, and protecting all of us. So what we're doing right now, and we're in the works, because a lot of people, they like PowerPoint presentations. So We're actually working with a group in the UK, and I'm just going through it. I'm giving them opinions. It's really good, looking really good, really strong. I actually got to have a call with them sometimes today, but it's from the UK, so it doesn't have the flavor that we need for the US. I'm gonna talk to some of the leaders in the US, if that's okay, to see what kind of flavor you want there. And I'll talk to Francis, and we're gonna get something that's gonna be good for you. But all material will go through me first before you use it. And I hope everybody understands that, and it's for the right reasons. We are gonna have a corporate Facebook page, and I'll have the admin, but I'll have somebody in the US that will put some feeds in there. There is a neutral group chat, and we're gonna be one happy family, and we're gonna create a community throughout our entire system, inside the system, that we don't rely on third parties.
Perfect.
Awesome. And on that note, Frank, are there going to be, besides just PowerPoints and Zooms like this, are we going to have presentations and trainings, things like that, that are open to the entire company?
Yeah, as far as trainings, we're 40 days old or whatever it is.
No,
40 days old, and we've been working this for 40 days. Yes, there'll be more of those things coming, and you and I will talk along those lines one-on-one. I've got some ideas, and I know who you are, and we're going to share some things. I'm thinking about hiring some trainers. I'm thinking of doing everything professionally, everything in-house, and they got to be part of the family. There's a lot of things that I have up my sleeve with that, and I'm looking for input too, and I want to talk to the field. So if we could just leave it that for now, and that's something that we could talk about on a later date, that would be terrific.
That's perfect. That's great. All right. In respect for Frank's time, I don't want to keep this more than an hour that it's already been. So unless anyone has any final questions, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But we sincerely thank you, Frank, and John, for putting this together. We look forward to working this program. I can already see that it's going to, just do great things. It's a wonderful system that you have together. It's so easy with this mobile app, you guys. Trust me. It's just one click, and everybody can watch the videos, can sign up under your link. It's a game changer. So thanks, you guys. Anybody else have a question?
Francis, before Francis and Randy.
Yes.
Francis, can I leave you in charge to make sure that everybody that's on this call gets this recording? Because I don't know who's on this call with that.
I could, yes, I'll get it to my team, and then whoever they invited, they can forward it on to them.
So if I can make sure that you
Thank you, Francis. Frank,
Absolutely.
thanks for everything. This is Rick.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for jumping on. We appreciate it. Thank
you.
you, Frank. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Talk soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
John. Thanks.
Thanks for the opportunity, man. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Ed.
Pretty good.